fantastic test match in 2015, and we actually played some really good cricket. We ended up losing. I think Alistair Cook had a fantastic innings, and Ben Stokes, it might have been his first Test 100 actually, and yeah, we played well, but we didn't quite get over the line. But it's a fantastic place to play.
Yeah, I think from memory we started pretty well. I think Alistair Cook got a big 100 potentially in the second innings. Yeah, I think it was sort of on a knife's edge for pretty much the whole test, and then unfortunately we didn't quite play. Well, to be fair, we did pretty well. I think maybe the last session it got to, and unfortunately we didn't quite get across the line. But I think in the next test, that's when yeah, I think that's certainly a test to remember, the one at Headingley.
Yeah, it's incredibly exciting. Like you say, we played, obviously the World Cup was really special to have played a couple of games at Lords, but certainly from a test point of view and the history that comes with obviously test cricket, but also Lords, we still know the honours board and in the changing rooms, and obviously the history makes it certainly more special.
For me personally, it's about really trying to zone in on my plan. Yes, batting in indoors, you can trust the bounce, you know that the surfaces are pretty flat, so it's not really trying to get too ahead of myself. You're still trying to respect the ball and play it on its merit. So if I'm looking to drive, I'm not trying to hit balls on the up. I'm still trying to respect the ball that's coming as if I'm batting out in the outdoors. So it's really just trying to be decisive and making sure that my decision making's still sharp and not really just trying to hit balls for the sake of hitting it.
Yeah, it's been a tough few days. You know, obviously the weather hasn't played its part, but we've managed to get indoors and you know, have a few quality sessions in there, which has been good. So yeah, no, it's been tough, but to get inside has been great.
It's really exciting. I think the first step is getting out of you know, the tight bubble, and then looking forward to starting that preparation in terms of adjustment to conditions and catching up with the guys. It's always exciting when, you know, there has been a period of time away from the team, and look forward to that. But also, yeah, obviously a period at cricket there. So 3 tests, naturally 2 against England in the Test Championship final. And, you know, I guess for us, it's a progression thing that's important. And in 3 tests, there's every opportunity to do that. So we know we're up against some really tough challenges, but I know the guys are really excited to face those. And like I say, the first step is getting out and preparing for it.
Obviously a great feeling to get back with the lads. It's been an interesting few weeks to say the least, but you know, nice to get out and train, well, indoors today, but back around the lads, it's good stuff. Yeah, it was obviously great to see Big Phil win the PGA. Followed probably all 4 days being in lockdown. Watched a lot of it, 10-hour stints probably. But yeah, I mean, to win a major at 50s is pretty incredible, and I guess his new mentality of just teeing it high and letting it fly is working, and I'm a huge fan of that.
As you used to watch test matches growing up as a youngster, and they would always talk about the slope, but was fortunate enough in 2002 to be New Zealand's recipient for Young Cricket of the Lords. Young boy from Masterton, hadn't really travelled much. London was a bit of an eye-opener to say the least. You know, learnt pretty early on that this is the avenue that I wanted to pursue and become a full-time cricketer. And to call Lords home for 6 months is something I'll never forget.
So it's a great opportunity. I'm following in the footsteps of some of the guys. Obviously Ross and the team had been there before, but also a lot of other first-class cricketers had been on that exchange. Playing a lot of cricket, playing 3-4 times a week, back to back, and then but also when there was international games on at the ground, I think there was probably 20 of us and the young cricketers all had different jobs to do. I remember when I was at Aussie, we were playing a one-day against England there, and I was on the radio outside the dressing room of the team who was batting and be telling the score the scoreboard people who was coming in to bat next. It was pretty surreal, even playing in the World Cup there, knowing that I'd been there doing a very much less significant role now that you're playing there. It's nice to go full circle and nice to go back and some of the people who were there, the security people, and I remembered me, which is pretty cool as well.
For me, Lords is a special place. I was lucky enough to go there on a scholarship when I was 18 to live there and breathe there and work there, I guess, for 6 months. And when you have memories like that and you've been there for a long time, you want to go back and you want to reconnect with that place as well. And being that it's Lords and the specialness of it, that's pretty cool.
We are lucky in New Zealand that we can get outside for a few hours a day. The food, this hotel has been great, which is a very important thing in quarantine is the food, because your days kind of work around your lunch, breakfast, lunch and dinner. So that's the main thing, but you don't want to eat too much or you get a bit big.
Nicked and gone. Brilliant from Henry. He's deserved it.
It's a bit of a whirlwind time, getting called into the World Cup and then going away to over the IPL for Chennai, and then to get called into that squad was an amazing feeling. Obviously left the IPL slightly early to go get some preparation for England and to eventually make my debut at Lords was a pretty special feeling. I think you grow up wanting to play Test cricket for your country and you're doing it at the home of cricket. It was an incredible experience. It was a great game as well. I think just in general, just making your debut in those kind of circumstances was definitely one I'll never forget. I think I've grown a lot as a player, and with Test cricket, just getting a few opportunities here and there, it's been great. Even though I haven't had the success I probably wanted to, but I've learnt a lot from it, and I'm really excited to go there in England and show what I've learnt and hopefully get the opportunity to have that success. Not many people get to play Test cricket for their country, and to be able to do that in England under these circumstances is just a great opportunity. And I remember looking back personally, to be able to say you made your Test debut at Lords is, yeah, not many people can say that. So it's pretty exciting to be able to, first of all, be in that situation, and to have 3 young guys like that coming into this group. I think everyone just enjoys those new faces and just enjoying to see what they've got.
Out on grass today. What was it like to actually finally get out and have a hit?
It was lovely. It's been fairly wet, to be honest, since we've arrived in Southampton, and we've been training indoors for 4 or 5 days now. So the whole group, not just the batters, have been itching to get outside, and thankfully for us batters, we got a chance to get out here and experience the wicket. I think the live net we've had today has been the game from the last county fixture. So it's been cool to get on grass and yeah, get stuck in.
Warm-up games are important, trying to get guys acclimatised in terms of time in the legs and bowlers get their loads in. But it will be nice to just add that little bit of match intensity, you know, just to, I guess, make those steps forward to the first Test match. So it's nice to have that preparation and that practice, and hopefully things play out and guys get what they need.